You could say the N-word?
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will is right there.
And there's one right here. Not.
Okay, well, we're gonna use him. What the are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up doing bad shit. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, it's what the surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way. And that's why I try to shut the up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the you gonna do about it? You know, it's like I don't went to the jungle and earned the lion's head. You know,
I feel like a lot of people that are from Latino descent here in New York feel that same way. The Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans.
I mean, I mean, and not even trying to justify, but she just got dropped off before us. That's all it is.
Y'all got dropped off first.
Hey man, say man, kid that did Sauce Walka. I did an interview last night. Shout out to my boy Dan's a project. He'll be dropping some. The subject in hand, Mexican OT. See now, at first when I was speaking on what I was speaking on, I was only talking about the you know, on Say Cheese with the girl and all that on Say Cheese. My bro Danza showed me the interview and showed me exactly verbatim what Mexican OT said on the interview on the podcast with all the women. OT wrong. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, little bro. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong, OT. And you got a black brother. That's what you partially was finna get into it, but you didn't want to get into it. Know what I'm saying? You got a whole 50% black brother, nigga, that's mixed, nigga, a real little nigga that's your brother, so you should feel 100%. He should feel a motherfucker. I'm saying, what about this part? I ain't you about saying, can you say nigga because you grew up with us, went through with all this shit, you love us, nigga, you been through everything that a nigga been through, so that's why you feel you say you can say nigga. The problem and the issue is the fact when you say nigga in a room full of women, is there any black niggas in here? Is there any niggas in here? Well, if it is some niggas in here, what you gonna do about it? That's where you up at, brother. That's where the disrespect is. Because OT, you know, if you was in a room full of violent niggas from Houston, full of violent niggas like myself, TSF niggas, any niggas that's really from the H like that, and we was having that conversation and you said it in that way, y'all said, because who's gonna do shit? Nigga, it would have been 6 niggas in a room raising their hands saying they want to fight you. You know that. You know how this down in Houston. You a Texas Crip. If a nigga come up to you and say, Mexican OT, you ain't no Crip. And what you gonna do about it? Nigga, you gonna want to fight about that. There's niggas in the room gonna say, who ain't what squabble? And that's where the disrespect and the part is, OT. Because at the end of the day, nigga, you know there's nothing but women in that room. There's a bunch of girls in that room. It was a now violent street nigga that come from where you come from and been through what you been through, or that's from somewhere else that's gonna disagree with you and with that statement to the point to where they'll fight you about that or they'll do something about that. So therefore, that's what people in the general public gonna take it like. That's because you're doing something in the setting where people gonna consider it, where it's safe to say that right then and right there. Would you possibly say that around a room full of a bunch of niggas though, in this heated conversation? Now, secondly, aside of the Mexican, I also blame these blog sites, these interviewers, these platforms. Why do y'all constantly ask? I know why y'all do it. Y'all do it for click views, clickbait, all that. But y'all gotta stop asking motherfuckers and certain celebrities these uncomfortable questions, and then stop when you get the certain type of answer that you get, or these artists respond in an uncomfortable way because they was asked an uncomfortable question when they really came in to promote their album. They really came in to talk about their career. They really came in to talk about positive. Steady dumping and pushing negative questions and negative energy down the throat, put them on the spotlight when they trying to interview. Spare me? So that's my last sense. I ain't know, and I still don't give a fuck. But all I'm gonna say is this: everything is about love and respect. When you do it and it's not out of love, or you trying to be too tough with, then that's where it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta earn that toughness, brother. So I'll tell you, I love you. If you mad at me, I don't give. I'm just telling the truth, and that's what's real, blood. Just like I say, all that shit about niggas and misses and get on niggas, I will get on anybody ass for that. You wrong, and the interviews is wrong for how they did it and chopped it up and only put that part out of there because you said a bunch of positives people after the fact, but it's the fact that you're in a room full of four women, four vaginas, and you said it's no niggas up in there, and you said the niggas around, because if it was a real niggas around, nigga, who gonna stop me? You can't say that like that, blood, because nigga is boy, yeah, niggas fight for nothing and niggas fight for less, niggas do less and do shit. So you know what I'm saying? You can't do that like that, brother.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Mexican OT came into the comments on Sauce Walka Instagram post where he put this video in and said, I love you, I ain't mad, and thank you. And this is coming from Friday, where it became a major discussion all over the blogs, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, after Sauce responded to an artist by the name of Anicia, who had made a comment about using the N-word after she saw that clip right there from the beginning from Angela Yee's podcast, which Sauce said he had never saw. But he had went at her talking about she was barely black, compared racism with the niggas and food and Mexicans and things like that, and it just started a major debate. And as I said, that was very incorrect and very disrespectful to people what Mexican OT has said right there that's blacks, and we got the rain coming down, but we ain't finna stop nothing. We gonna keep the show rolling. Real live Urban Politicians TV stuff right here. Where, hey man, you can't say that in a room full of niggas and challenge them. That's like challenging their blackness, that's challenging their manhood, and it's like, well, hold on, nigga, you know this word, the history that comes with it, the roots of the word, and you're saying this in a room full of niggas. They probably ain't finna give you no fair fight. Just keep it all the way 1,000. It ain't gonna be no squaring up. It's like, hold on now, is you punking us? And that's the point that I was getting out there. And there's so many layers of conversation that go with this. Saul said he didn't see that video at first. He has a relationship with Mexican OT. He's from Bay City. That's about an hour and a half away from Houston. They do work together, got projects and stuff like that out now. And he had to come back and let him know, hold on, bro, I didn't see that specific part. I just seen the other part on the blogs. And it was certain blogs out here that was only posting up her response and stuff like that. So he engaged with it, and then he had made a few posts up. And it's just so many layers of conversation with this. We ain't got time to put it all out right now, but if you can watch my other video, I break it down in full. I got streams where we discuss this as well. And I want this to be clear. In H-Time, there are people who grew up with Mexican people. I'm one of them. I have Mexican friends that use the N-word. I don't trip off of it. But you can't think that you can go out and say that in front of everybody in H-Time, in Texas. It's people out here who don't accept that. They not with that, and you can never tell them how to feel because of their roots and their lineage and the history that comes from the word. The word nigga, you don't have nigga without the nigga with the ER. It just, one don't exist without the other. They will always be synonymous no matter how anybody else feels. So when you throw that out there, you also have to know, not even just the Texas, it's 40 million plus black Americans in this country, bro. Everybody did not grow up with Mexican people. Everybody don't have a Mexican friend or a Mexican person that they know is cool. So they like, hold on, nigga, what are you saying? Also, in our lineage, we don't only have people that's connected to hip hop culture that align with that, bro. That just is what that is. So, nigga, we got people that's 45, 50, 60. They ain't trying to hear nobody say the word. It's black people, y'all, who don't even like being called it by other black people. Even certain ones that's in their 35s or 36 or 37, they don't want to be called nigga either from other black people. So when people hear you say that, you opening up a very, very bad can of worms. So just got to keep that all the way 1,000, bro. Not one black person can tell every black person how to feel about other people using the N-word or how to feel about the N-word. If it don't affect you, it don't affect you. But you still can't come on here and say that, hey man, da-da-da-da. I've worked with a lot of Mexican rappers. They say the N-word. I don't trip off of it. But that don't mean just go out here and say, nigga, I can say this whenever I want to. This ain't that. Bro, y'all got to know the history of other people even using the N-word that's not black. There's really some stuff that's only 20 to 25 years old, maybe 30. That wasn't a thing that was everywhere at first, like everybody using the word now. As hip hop popularity grows and it becomes more of a thing that people are into, yeah, more people start using it, rap along with the lyrics, and then you get more and more comfortable with it, and then it becomes a thing where people are not being educated on it at times, where you just gotta have a respect for it. Now, a lot of the times you see these comments where people start saying, oh, it's just a word. No, it's not just a word. It has centuries of history behind it, dog. Like half a millennium, like real live, like this. The other stuff is just new. It's not just a word. Now, you might look at it just like a word because you are ignorant to the factual information, but it will never just be a word. I don't care how much they try to water it down. Then when it comes to this conversation with the media, Sauce is 1,000% correct. The media is messy. The media is investigative. The media does stir stuff up. They clip videos up, and they do this stuff for rage bait and engagement. The nigga word in hip hop has been used as a point so we can push this around the blogs. Labels be paying these blogs to post this up for engagement for their artists to get the attention on them. Oh, this gonna get them talking in the comments. Oh, he be using the N-word and he's not black. Interviewers, they ask the question, and it's a difference, y'all. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I do media. I understand the game. I know it. I live it. I've been living it way before I started a YouTube channel 7 years ago. I know the tactics. I know the way they do it. It's most definitely a conversation that is going to be had. And it's most definitely something that people want to hear. But when you ask it and you don't choose to educate, enlighten, or bring information to it of both sides and the perspectives of it, then you're just doing it for the rage. And that's just being messy. Do I cover the messy stuff as well? I'm in media. Do I cover these controversial topics? Yes. You can say whatever you want to say about a nigga, but you gon' get the information and the facts, and we gon' break it all down with understanding here. I'm not just doing it, hey, this gon' get the clicks and views. Oh, this gon' get the people to engage. Or I'm gonna just clip this part up and make it look a certain way and put a crazy headline on it to spread it around on the blogs. Media does that. Now, the artists, you got to be prepared for that. You need to be educated as well. But at the same time, media, y'all are coming in these conversations with bad intentions if you rage baiting and using race that you know affects people, especially black people, just so you can get engagement on the interview or the clip or the post. Niggas do that all the time. I see it. And I'll be quiet on some of it. I spoke on this one. I've seen other artists, I'm not going to say no names, where they say the nigga word, they say nigga, and these labels and these management teams, they sign these niggas. Well, he says the N-word. Why is that news? Because you want niggas to engage on it. You know it's controversial. You know that it's offended a population of black people. Not every black person feel the same, bro. And you can watch my last video. I broke it down in more detail. We'll do another stream on it too, to just educate, bro, to give people the factual information of how it all works. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.